On 23rd June, the UK voted to leave the European Union, and one of the fallouts of that has been that we don't know what sort of new trading arrangement we're in with the European Union. The main issue here is that the European Union does not want to compromise on free movement of people. It wants to grant single market access along with this basic principle of the single market. While the United Kingdom wants to try and control its borders and wants generally more sovereignty on many other issues. There's been a hiring freeze, there's been an investment uncertainty which has led to a very big downturn in investment activity. That impasse can only be resolved if there's some kind of further negotiation, but that could take 10 years, 15 years, may not even get resolved. There's a lot of infighting about that within the United Kingdom about whether to control borders or not. So now trying to negotiate that at a European Union level is going to be just very, very long before we actually see any kind of results. One solution is what I would like to call the Norway Temp solution, which is saying that let's not do a Norway in the long term, but at least in the short term. Let's get rid of the massive uncertainty in hiring and investment by doing a Norway-style arrangement over the next 5 years. That would then let us come together at the negotiating table and take our time in hammering out the other differences, but at least for now, that would give businesses and workers some lifeline to go by, some kind of basic plan about how the UK is going to move forward. If the UK were to be able to get single market access, along with not having to comply with free movement of people, I think what's going to happen is that the entire European Union project might unravel. The main reason is France has an election coming up. It would want to renegotiate the way the United Kingdom renegotiated. Many of these other countries are going to want to get the same kind of deal that the new Brexit deal would look like, and which is why I think that it's very unlikely that the United Kingdom would get the deal that it wants, which is that it can control borders and at the same time have single market access in terms of goods and services and investments. It would be a crying shame if by opening up to or doing trade deals with China and India, we do further damage to precisely the areas that voted to leave the European Union. This was a referendum which told us something about how certain trade and industrial policies have left particular regions and particular people within the United Kingdom behind. And the lesson to take from there is how are we going to design trade and industrial policies which going forward benefit these regions as well and these people as well. Given the amount of uncertainty at the moment and the huge differences between the European Union and the United Kingdom in terms of what a future trading arrangement should look like, what I think would happen would be that we can either keep fighting for the next 10-15 years and let the uncertainty persist, or we can try and come to a temporary solution and say that yes, at the moment the United Kingdom will do a Norway-style deal, and later what we're going to do is try and negotiate not just maybe as the United Kingdom and the European Union coming together and sitting at the table, but maybe the rest of the European Union can have this conversation too about what to do in terms of free movement of people, how much relaxation is the European Union comfortable in making.